Hey everybody, I hope you had a really good restful weekend. Today I just want to get straight to it. We're going to be learning about works cited or bibliography pages. It's nearly the same thing, but works cited page, very quickly and succinctly, is a page where you cite your sources, proving and demonstrating to your readers that your arguments are grounded in evidence that can be found or should be found accessible to other people, so they can prove that what your evidence is actually sound and true. On this works cited page, this sample one that I'm showing you, I'm just trying to show you what your works cited page could look like. So what I like about it is that the works cited title is in the middle. Then you have a header with the last name with the page number. And finally, the works cited page, usually it has the works in alphabetical order. Notice that each cited source is in alphabetical order. Okay, so that's that. And then on Google Classroom, I've also attached kind of a very brief MLA format instruction if this audio isn't enough for you. In addition, I included an easy bib or MLA citation tool instruction for you, and then a reminder as to how many sources each person should have at minimum and what your paper should look like. Okay? Now let me give you a sample or walk you through how to create a works cited page for those of you who don't know. Very briefly, you come to your very last page, because the works cited page is usually the very last page of a research paper or just paper in general. Now you may have your paper aligned to the left, but you don't want that. You want that centered, so I'm going to come over here, I'm going to put that centered and put works cited page, or just put works cited. To copy what the sample did, I'm going to go over here, and you can double click on the header, or you can just put insert, go to header and page number. Notice that there is a page number, and notice that there are different options. What I would choose is the top, this one, because the page number 1 starts from the very first page, whereas this one doesn't. This has a cover page, but we don't have cover pages in MLA format. Okay, so notice that this is on the third page, but we need to include the last name. So here we go. You should put a space there, and usually in printing for Google Documents, you probably want to enter just to make it actually come out on your page. Some of you guys have come to me and said, hey, you know, Mo, the printer cuts off my last name, and you ask me, do I care? Not really. All you got to do is press enter and bring it down one line, and then it will show. Some people have a comma in between their last name and the page number, and that's incorrect. That's for in-text citation in APA style citing. Okay, APA stands for American Psychological Association, and usually you see APA for social studies classes, or if not social studies, like psychology classes and education classes. So what you guys are doing is not that. You are doing MLA citation, and there's a critical difference. So do not put a comma in there. Okay, let me say it again. No comma, just a space. Okay. From here, okay, I want to go back to the left alignment. I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to start numbering them. Great. And now we're ready. So what we can do is go do this tedious task of some English teachers tell you, like, hey, like, you need to memorize this, put the last name first, and like the very old school traditional way of thinking is to go through this process of doing it, which is fine, but it's very tedious, and it's very time consuming, and works cited and bibliography rules change over time. So what I highly recommend is that you just use different tools to help you. Here's a tool. You go to EasyBib. Now I got this ready for us. EasyBib.com. Alright, everybody. Once I get there, this is what it looks like on the home page. Now notice it says need APA. You're going to ignore that. We're not doing a psychology paper here. Look, it says MLA, which stands for Modern Language Association. You're going to click on that, and you're going to notice that there are different tabs or ways of citing your sources, depending on what kind of sources it is, right? Are you doing an interview? Are you doing a journal? Are you working from a database? right? It's pretty critical as to knowing where you got your sources. You can click on this and notice that there's a bunch of other different sources that you can click, okay? From here on out, it's pretty much plug and play. So let's use a website. So a lot of you guys are using procon.org. Now, procon.org, I already said to many of you guys that that is not a website that has a source. Let me give you an example. Let's do Procon Abortion. Now, when I go to Procon Abortion, we can click on that, and we see this nice handy dandy page. Now, every year I get kids, students in my class saying like, hey, look, I use procon.org. That's a credible source. Look at all this information. And which is great, you know, it's true. But this is not your work. Notice that these quotes are pulled from a source. And you can tell by these numbers. These numbers are subscripts or superscripts, okay? And this, what they're trying to do is trying to do footnotes, okay? You click on this and immediately you see that, whoa, shoot, 126 is referring to, boom, Unborn Victims of Violence Act right here, okay? Right now, if I want to go here, if I want to use a source, I can click on this, copy. I'm going to copy and paste it. And there it is, boom. It's a PDF. There it is. Very long, okay? And you can see for yourself that this is from public law, okay? All right. Okay? Make sure you are getting the right source. All right, everybody? So let's just make it super easy for us. Let's click. So suppose that I find an article from New York Times. It says Nebraska law sets limits on abortion. Okay? And this is a website, as you can see. Here's the date. Here's the author. You just pretty much plug and play. Okay? Another way you could do that is you can copy the URL of the address. Put in easy bib. And press Cited. There it is. Alright, this is an article that you want with the author and the link. Perfect. Now, they got this for you. Continue to the final step. If you want to manually change anything, here you can do it here. And now, finally create the citation. Voila, there it is. Okay? You can copy and paste the citation. Copy. It's copied. Don't show me this. And go here, and now you paste. You can do this, okay? And there it is. Now, here's the issue. Notice that this is not in Times New Roman. You want to change it to Times New Roman. And you want to get the shade out of the way, so put no shade. And there you go. Make sure it's in size 12 font, and bam, you're done. Go to the next one. Sounds good? And if you want to take that extra step, you can take the hyperlink off by removing the hyperlink, just like that. Okay. Hopefully this tutorial helped you. Good luck. If you have questions, let me know.